Welcome to 50 Cents of Advice, dropping dimes of wisdom, 150 cent at a time. Forget the dream of downsizing. Millions of older Americans are trapped by housing costs, and for many, renting is becoming the only way forward. If you thought retirement meant finally owning your dream home outright, today's reality check might feel like watching the facts of life all over again, except Blair's trust fund isn't going to save us from this housing crisis. Here's what nobody's talking about. While everyone assumes baby boomers are living it up with their real estate gold mines, nearly 30% more seniors are renting now than just 10 years ago. That's 2.4 million older Americans who've made a choice that would have shocked their parents' generation. I'm Eli Pennywise, and I've spent 2 decades helping people navigate risk management-related decisions that actually matter. Not the get-rich-quick schemes, but the real-world choices that determine whether you eat TV dinners on trays in your golden years or actually enjoy retirement. Today, we're diving into why this housing shift isn't just happening, it's accelerating. We'll explore the hidden costs of aging in place, why the math on downsizing doesn't add up anymore, and I'll share a decision framework that could save you thousands in retirement. Plus, stick around because I've got a free resource that'll help you figure out whether to rent or own in under 5 minutes. The Financial Reality Check. Let's start with the bombshell that's reshaping retirement. The average Social Security benefit is just $1,976 per month. That's less than $24,000 a year. Meanwhile, assisted living facilities now average $6,077 monthly, and nursing homes can cost over $10,965 for a private room. You know that commercial, "Where's the beef?" Well, we're asking, where's the affordable housing? Because 1 in 5 Americans age 50 and older have zero retirement savings, while housing costs have been rising faster than incomes across most of the country. Think about those old rotary phones. You had to dial each number carefully, and if you messed up, you started over. That's exactly what's happening with retirement housing decisions. Except now, instead of just redialing, people are discovering that one wrong move could cost them their entire retirement nest egg. Here's where conventional wisdom crashes into reality. According to Redfin, 78% of baby boomers plan to stay in their current home for retirement. But this isn't about sentiment, it's about math that doesn't add up. Let's say you bought your house in 1985 for $80,000. Great news, it's now worth $400,000. Bad news, that starter home you want to downsize to, it's $350,000, and your mortgage rate just jumped from the 2.5% you locked in during refinancing to 7% on your new loan. Here's a perfect example of how this plays out. A 68-year-old homeowner in Phoenix owns a house worth $450,000 that she bought for $85,000 in 1990. Sounds like a gold mine, right? But when she looked at downsizing to a smaller home for $380,000, the reality hit hard. After real estate commissions, moving costs, and qualifying for a new 7% mortgage instead of her current 3.5% rate, her monthly housing costs would actually increase by $400. Meanwhile, a comparable rental in the same area runs $2,200 monthly with zero maintenance headaches. Sound familiar? This scenario is playing out nationwide. The number of renters aged 65 and older has surged by nearly 30% over the past decade, and it's not just about convenience. Let me break down what's really driving this shift. Fixed costs versus variable nightmares. When you own, you're one roof replacement away from blowing your monthly budget. Remember when the biggest worry was whether your Sony Walkman batteries would last? Now it's whether your HVAC system will survive another summer? Geographic freedom. Many seniors are relocating to warmer climates, particularly Florida, where the rental market offers flexibility that homeownership simply can't match. You can't exactly pick up your house and move it to Boca Raton when the snow starts falling. But here's the twist that even financial advisors miss, and I'll show you exactly how to spot it in just a minute. Let's get real about aging in place. Your house might be paid off, but the hidden costs multiply faster than the Smurfs reproduced in Saturday morning cartoons. Home modifications for accessibility can run from $15,000 to $50,000. Property taxes keep rising. Insurance costs are skyrocketing, and maintenance? That leaky faucet isn't a 5-minute YouTube fix when you're 75. Retrofitting existing homes for accessibility is a costly endeavor, particularly for older Americans on fixed incomes. Meanwhile, many rental communities are being built with universal design from the ground up. Think about it. Would you rather spend $30,000 making your bathroom accessible, or rent a place where it's already handled. Sometimes the smart money isn't on ownership. Here's what nobody talks about. Empty nest boomers occupy 28.2% of all large homes with 3 bedrooms or more, compared to just 14.2% of millennials who actually need that space. You're rattling around in a house designed for family life while rental communities offer built-in social connections. Remember Cheers, where everybody knew your name? That's what many rental retirement communities provide. Except instead of a bar, it's a community center with activities, neighbors, and actual human interaction. There's a massive supply-demand imbalance in senior housing, with only 4,000 new senior living units developed annually when demand requires 100,000 new beds each year through 2040. This shortage is driving innovation in rental options, while traditional homeownership becomes increasingly challenging. Here's that twist I mentioned. The decision isn't really about rent versus own, it's about fixed versus flexible expenses. When you're living on light FM easy listening income, steady but not spectacular, you need easy listening expenses to match. Renting gives you predictable monthly costs, while homeownership gives you disco inferno, exciting highs and devastating lows. This is exactly why I created the Rent versus Own After 55, the 5-minute decision grid. It's a side-by-side comparison tailored specifically for retirees that includes monthly costs, hidden expenses, flexibility factors, and tax considerations. Plus, there's a 5-question checklist that reveals which option actually lowers your financial stress. The best part? It includes a surprise costs column that'll open your eyes to expenses you never considered, like the difference between unexpected roof repairs and predictable rent increases. You can grab this free resource in the description below. While baby boomers collectively control $80 trillion in assets, there's massive wealth disparity within the generation. If you're in the group with substantial retirement savings, your choices are different than if you're part of that 20% with little to no savings. The wealthy boomers can afford those $12,000 per month luxury senior communities. Everyone else needs to get creative, and that's where strategic renting comes in. Remember those Polaroid cameras? You take the shot and get instant results. That's what you need with housing decisions: clarity, not confusion. Here's your instant assessment. If your total housing costs, including maintenance, taxes, insurance, and modifications, exceed 30% of your fixed income, and you're not using the space, renting might be your financial lifesaver. Have you made the switch from owning to renting in retirement, or are you still on the fence? Drop a comment below and share your story. I read every single one, and your experience might help someone else make this crucial decision. Here's what we covered. The retirement housing crisis is real, with 2.4 million more seniors renting than a decade ago. Downsizing often doesn't save money due to high interest rates and closing costs. Renting offers predictable expenses and flexibility, while ownership brings variable costs that can destroy retirement budgets. The key is matching your housing choice to your financial reality, not your emotional attachment to homeownership. If this video helped you think differently about retirement housing, smash that like button and subscribe for more practical financial wisdom. And don't forget to grab that free Rent versus Own After 55 decision grid in the description. It'll give you clarity in under 5 minutes. Got questions about your specific situation? Drop them in the comments. I can't give personalized financial advice, but I can point you toward resources that help. I'm Eli Pennywise, and that's your 50 cents of advice. Keep the change.